Hello everyone. Good morning. Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes, then we'll start. Okay. Okay, so yeah, good morning once again. Good morning, everyone. So so there is one update. Yeah, good morning. So there is one update. We have released the mock for quiz 2 and also the revision slide. So please go to the revision slides and solve the mock test. If you have any question, any doubt regarding the mock, you can post it on Discourse. Or we have planned one session for it also on Saturday's revision session. We can take your doubt there also. Yeah. So today at first we'll be discussing one question from week 10 and then we'll start with the week 11 part. Okay. Uh, yes. So please. Yeah. Yes, Sugandhi, you can start.
Yeah, thank you, Krishna. So let me share my screen. So there is one problem. Schedule S is given as W2P, W1P, W3P, and write Q and write Q. So first solve this problem, then this. After that you solve this problem. So I will wait 5 more minutes, and you can solve. You can answer in the chat box. Please try to solve these types of problems. These are very important problems. So yeah. So am I audible, right?
Yes, Sugandhi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So schedules. So let's write the schedule first. T1, then T2, then T3. So first is write P. So write P, then W1P, then W3P, then W2Q, then W1Q. So let's draw precedence graph. T2, T1, T3. So anyone want to say which instruction are completing instruction?
T2 and T1.
So T2 to T1. Okay, so
And T1 to T3.
okay, and T1 to T3. Okay, and
Sir, we again have T2 to T1.
okay, then there is a one T2 to T3, right? T2 to T3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everyone
Sir,
got
won't
it?
that be considered as transitive, like T2 to T1 and T1 to T3? So then do we need to specify T2 to T3 as well?
Okay, see, there is a
Transitive nature, no? T2 to T1 and T1 to T3.
yes.
So do
Yeah,
we need to specify T2 to T3 explicitly?
you can specify as your wish.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it's better to specify that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this graph is cyclic or acyclic? Acyclic.
Acyclic.
Okay. So this is the given schedule is complete serial algebra, right? Okay. So let's try to solve problem third question. The given schedule is 2p lockable or not? Okay. So then T1, T2, T3. First W2P. So W2P. So WP, you have to apply a lock, right? So which lock you have to apply it?
Exclusive.
Yeah. Lock XP. Okay. Then we have to, okay, so then it's W1P. So you have to unlock the P. Unlock P. Then W1P. Sorry. So W1P. So you have to apply exclusive lock. So XP. Okay. Okay, then W3P. So you have to unlock the P. So unlock P. Then W3P. So
Excuse me, sir.
yeah.
So Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Sir, YouTube live streaming has not started yet.
Okay, Piyush sir.
Okay, yes. Yes, sir. I will do that. Yeah.
Okay. Then W3P. Okay, so and W3P. You have to apply exclusive block. Lock XP. Okay. Then you have to unlock the P. Unlock.
Not mandatory over here, right?
It's not mandatory, but you can better to unlock P. It's not mandatory. Okay. Then W2Q. So you have to apply exclusive block. Lock XQ. Then WQ. Okay. Then you have to unlock. It's mandatory because transaction to T1 want to write Q, so it's mandatory. Unlock the Q. Then you can apply exclusive block Q and write Q. So everyone got it? How to write this means this schedule?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
Is it to be locked? No.
Yeah. So next question is it to be lockable or not? So is it to be lockable? Means to page lockable?
Sir, does it do shrinking and growing phase? Are they independent of the data item or they are dependent on it?
Means what is your question?
Take T2 for example. We have the growing and shrinking phase for P first and then for Q.
Yeah.
So do these classify as the same or are they different in the sense that if they're different, they will say that it is not two-phase lockable because growing phase is occurring after shrinking phase. But then it is a separate data item as well. So does that affect it or not?
So see, means there are two different data item P and Q. So you can also apply exclusive block on Q in this position because Q means T1 did not write Q or reads Q, and also T3 did not Q and does not write Q.
Yes.
So you can also apply exclusive block in this position. Means before unlock P, you can also apply. You got it?
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. So see, this is the growing phase. And this is the shrinking phase, right? 41. Then again growing phase. And this is the sinking phase. So is this allowed in two-phase lockable? Because we know that after sinking phase in two-phase lockable, after shrinking phase, growing phase is not possible. Possible. So this will not allow in two-phase lockable, right? Because growing phase, then shrinking phase, again growing phase. After sinking phase, growing phase is not possible. Right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in the
So-
same schedule, right?
Yeah, it is not to be lockable. So Asim, you got it?
Yeah, I got it. I mean, in the same schedule, right? I mean,
Yeah, in the same transaction.
same.
Yeah. Okay, then. And this question, all complete serializable schedules are two-phase lockable or not?
No,
Yeah, so yeah.
only
So
B is
yeah,
right.
yeah. So in this schedule, you can see that this is complete serializable, but not two-phase lockable. So this statement is false. So there is only one statement is true. This statement. Okay. So yeah. Any doubt in this question? Okay. So Anjana.
Yeah, thank you, Subhendu. So, okay. So now can you tell me how many of you have watched week 11 content, like at least the first two lectures? Okay, those of you can raise your hands who have watched at least two lecture videos, at least the first two lectures. Okay, so it looks like not many of you have watched it. Okay, no issues. So let us begin with backup strategies. So now what is backup basically, and why do we need it? So say for example, when our database fails, which may be due to various reasons, which might include say hardware software failure, some physical damage might occur like fire or something, some malware attacks might be there. So for protecting our data, for protecting our data from that from that loss, we need to keep backup. So even if when the data is lost in the failure, we can recover it if we have the backup of those data. So now what is data? What is backup? So by definition, a backup of a database is a representative copy of data containing all necessary contents of a database, such as data files and control files. So what that basically means is backup basically keeps the duplicate of the data which is present, or like duplicate of those data which are necessary, or duplicate of all the data from the database. So which is very important at times when database failure occurs. So it is very important to keep a backup of the entire database. Now we have a number of backup strategies. So they are full backup, incremental backup, and differential backup. So let us at first begin with full backup. So as the name suggests, full backup basically backs up everything. It backs up everything. This is a complete copy which stores all the objects of the database, say tables, procedures, functions, and so on. So full backup can restore all the backup of the database system as it was at the time of crash. So a full backup needs to be done at least once before any of the other type of backups, like any of the other backup strategies basically. However, there is one disadvantage of using a full backup, that is, since we are backing up all the since we are backing up everything, right, as I mentioned here, as it is written here, that a full backup backs up everything. So because of that, it takes a large amount of time to back up everything, and also it takes a large amount of storage media. Now because of that, we have another backup strategy which is known as incremental backup. So what an incremental backup basically does is it backups those files that have changed since the last backup. It might be an incremental backup, it might be a full backup. So say for example, we have performed a full backup, and then after that we are performing an incremental backup. So whatever changes made on this day will be backed up. However, if there is similarly, like it will back up all those things which will be like changed after the since the last backup basically. However, no, sorry, since it results in smaller backup, so it also needs small time duration in order to complete the backup process. However, again, there is one disadvantage, that is, if like any of the intermediate incremental backups are lost, then the recovery cannot be done 100%. Now, let us take an example. So, say for example, an organization has 2 TB of data and 5% of it is changed on a regular basis. Like on a daily basis, 5% is changed, right? So, what we can do is we can have one full backup once a week, a full backup once a week, and then on the other days we can have incremental backup. So, say for example, if a failure occurs after Thursday, if a failure occurs after Thursday, then the number of backup sets that will be required will be one full backup that was performed on Friday, and then incremental backups that were performed on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So, like in this manner, we can use incremental backup. Also, we have one intermediate between one in between the like full backup and incremental backup, which is known as differential backup. Now, what differential backup basically does is it backs up all the changes that have occurred since the most recent full backup. Please remember, full backup, regardless of what backups have occurred in between, right? So, since it does not back up everything, so it runs quicker than that of a full backup. Now, let us take an example. So, here a full backup is performed on Friday, and one full backup is performed on Friday, and one differential backup is performed on Tuesday. And on the other days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, incremental backups are performed. So on Tuesday, all the changes that have been made on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday will be backed up, right? Now, say for example, we perform backup each day at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m., like on every single day, a backup is performed, be it full backup, incremental backup, or differential backup, right? Now, I'd like to ask you all one question, that is, say for example, a failure occurs at 4 p.m. on Tuesday. On Tuesday, a failure occurs at 4 p.m. Then, when we will be performing the backup, or we will be performing the recovery, what will which data will be backed up? Can anybody tell? Like, which backup sets will be required? Anyone?
Ma'am, could you repeat?
Like, say for example, on each day, we perform a backup at 6 p.m. in the evening, right? However, a failure has occurred on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Then can you tell me the number of backup sets that will be required?
4.
How come? Can you please explain?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The one full and 3 incremental.
Yes. Why not on Tuesday? Can you tell?
Ma'am, because the backup is done at 6 p.m.
Correct.
And if the database crashed at 4 p.m., then we don't
Yes.
have the backup of that day.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay. So now we have this particular example, which consists of all the 3 strategies: the full backup, incremental backup, and differential backup. So here what is happening is we are taking A, and that is it is using full backup, right? After that, the changes that are made are B, C, and D, and the backup that we are performing is incremental backup. So what an incremental backup basically does is it will back up only those files which have since the last backup, right? So B, C, D have been are the changes that have been made since the last backup. So B, C, D will be recovered. After that, we are performing a differential backup, and we the changes made are F. The changes that is made is F only. So what basically a differential backup will do is it will back up all those files that have been changed since the last full backup, right? So it will take B, C, D, and F. After that, we are performing an incremental backup. So D and E are the changes that have been made. So only D and E will be backed up. After that, finally, we are performing a full backup. So full backup will back up everything, right? So it will take A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So that is how basically it works. Now that was a smaller example. Now this example is a backup schedule for basically a month, right? Here what is happening is a full backup is performed only once a month, and then on the other Sundays differential backup is performed, and on the other days like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, incremental backup is performed, right? So in order to recover the complete system, the minimum number of backup required will be one full backup, one differential backup, and 6 incremental backups, right? Now, one more question that I'd like to ask is, say for example, a failure has occurred on 14th, right? A failure has occurred on 14th. Now, can anybody tell the number of backups that will be required? Anyone?
One full
Hey,
backup
Yes.
and one differential and 6 incremental.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Now, one more thing I'd like to ask. Say, for example, this is a January month, right? And on the first of Feb, a failure occurs. On the 1st of Feb, a failure occurs, like say for example at 12 only, 12 in the morning, say 12 in the morning, right? Then can you tell me the number of backups that's required?
I have one question over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you are asking that on 14th there is a failure, right?
Yes,
But
correct.
first I have taken one full backup, and
Yeah.
then after incremental backup and one differential backup, and after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 differential.
Increment.
Increment.
Yeah.
But when I'm taking the backup, if it is failure on the 14th,
Yeah.
then earlier will be there, right?
Like
Why should I?
if
Why should
you
I take?
Yeah, say for example, if the backup of 14th is done and after that a failure occurs, then you will be taking like 6 incremental backups, right? Say for example,
Actually, my question is till 13th it is backup is taken, right? On the
Okay.
14th it is failure. Okay, so only 14th will be try to recover, right? Other will be already in backed up, right? So why should I?
No, when a failure occurs, the data will be lost, right? The previous data, the existing data will be lost when a failure occurs. Like say for example, a system crash happens, then whatever job we have done, whatever work we have done, whatever data we had will be lost, right? So we will need to recover all those data. You getting my
Actually, no. I'm trying to understand. I mean, if I take a backup, the backup disk is separate, right? Apart from the systems, system is using the own data, right?
Yeah.
Suppose my system has my data, but if I take the backup disk is not attached with the system. So on the 14th, when it's trying to get a backup or doing backup, that time it is failure. So earlier data was in the backup disk or folder, whatever. Isn't it? I mean, I'm trying to understand, and this situation is not clear to me. That's why I'm asking the question. Suppose if I have an external drive, I'm taking the backup on the external drive. Then the 14th is failure. Till 13th, the data is in external drive, right?
Okay. Say for example, if hardware crash occurs, then
Hardware crash occurs is what? On the external drive? If the external drive is crashed, then from my original drive to another external drive is have to take in all the data, because whatever the data I have in the external drive is not recoverable, right? Then there is a question. I mean, how much data it was in this external drive. But if it is system failure and external drive is not failure, then what? That time till 13th I have that data. So I'll take again or not. I'm trying to understand this and the situation, trying to understand this situation. That's why it is not clear. And whatever.
Yeah, so it's about the system failure, right? So whatever the data is backing up in suppose in a particular hard disk. So if that failed, then the data will lose, right?
Yeah, if my system is failed, I mean, where the database is installed.
Yeah.
if it is crashed, then I have to, I mean, that data is in original database, right? But yeah, at the time of transferring data into the external drive, that time till 13th there will be data.
There is
14th will,
data.
yeah, 14th will be, I have to take the backup on 14th again or reschedule the 14th again.
Yes, yeah.
But when you are saying, I mean, from 1 to 13, I'm not clear. I mean, why it is happening.
No.
So that's
So
happening.
first we need to take full backup. So whatever the like data set is there, like till Sunday, we have taken that on Sunday. Then after that there is 6 incremental, right? But we have taken one differential backup on Sunday also. So that will cover the backups from all the 6 days. So one full backup, then differential backup. Then after that, 5 incremental backup we have to do. The differential backup will already back up the part that was done by the incremental backup, right?
Yeah, suppose if it is happened on the 31st, then
31st, yeah.
yeah, then I have to do this. I mean, I have to take the backup for whole month, right?
Yeah, so you can take the full backup, then one differential backup on 29th, and then one backup, right?
No, then I have to take the 8 differential backup, I have to take 15 differential, 22 differential, and
No. Look, one differential backup will take the backup that will take the backup of like all the files that have been changed since the last full backup, right? That is the definition of differential backup. All the changes that have been made since the last full backup will be backed up by differential backup.
okay.
Yeah. So say on 8th, it will take like from 2nd to say 8, it will take the backup. On 15th, it will take the backup from say 2nd to 15th itself. On 22nd, it will take from 2nd to 22nd. On 29th,
Yes.
it will take from 2nd to 29th.
I mean,
So
the
that is,
whole week
yeah.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is how differential backup basically works. So if a failure occurs on 31st, then we'll have to take one full backup, one differential backup, and 2 incremental backups.
Okay, suppose if it is happened on 14, then one full 8 and then
Yes.
rest of this.
One full, one differential,
One
and
differential.
and 6 incremental.
I mean, one differential means last differentials, whatever we have taken. Suppose
Yeah.
if it is happened on 28, then I will take 22nd differential, right?
Yes, correct. 22nd differential, first, the full backup on first,
Yes.
and these incremental backups.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, anybody have any doubt?
There is on 28th, how come we know what was the data on 28th? Or we have to just back up to 23 to 27?
Sorry, can you repeat?
If a failure occurs on 28, then we don't know what was the data on 28, because from 27, whatever the last time we backed up, from that time to till 20th, we don't have the data in our system. In our system. So do we have to back up one full backup? Then on 22, we have a differential backup. And then we have 5 backups, right? Up to 27. 27, we don't know what was the data between that times since the failure.
So that basically depends on the failure, whether the failure has occurred after the backup has been done on 28th, right? Say for example, at 6 p.m. we do the backup. So on 28th, like at 8 p.m. a failure occurred. Then we will have to take the incremental backup of 28th also. However, on 28th, the failure occurred at 4 p.m. Then we won't be taking the backup because the work is not done here, right? So we will be taking one full backup, one differential backup, and 5 incremental backups.
Thank you. Okay, I'm understood, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, okay.
This one is clear.
Sorry?
No, I said this one is clear. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, any other doubt?
Please go for questions.
Okay, okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so now we'll take the peer deck questions.
You were asking if 1st February is,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that was incomplete.
Okay, just a second. Okay, so say for example, on 1st Feb, a failure occurs, like after say 8 p.m. At 8 p.m. a failure occurs. Then can you tell me the number of backups that will be required? On 1st of Feb, a failure occurs at 8 p.m. Then what
Okay,
is the
so
number of? Yeah.
first one full backup and then
Okay.
29 differential backup,
Okay.
and it is happening on 12 a.m., right? So
No, 8 p.m. say.
8 p.m.
Hmm.
Then three incremental, 30, 31st, and 1st February.
Yes, that's correct. So on 1st also we'll be having an incremental only, right? So it will
Yes,
be
yes.
one full backup, one differential backup, and 3 incremental backups. So we will have a total of 5 backups
Right.
required, right?
Yes.
Okay. So instead of differential backups, we could have also taken incremental backups, right? For the
Ma'am.
entire
Ma'am, 1st of February, if we take full backup
yeah.
of a whole month, then we need only one backup. Because we take first Sunday or first day of first date of first day of any month.
Okay.
No, here it is
If we
No.
taking first day of every month, then only one needed, and if we take only on Sunday, then this is correct.
Okay. So I'm not able to get your doubt. What is your doubt? Like
Ma'am,
we
I'm
can perform
saying
one full backup.
on 1st of Feb,
Okay.
then only one needed, and if we do full backup only on first Sunday of every month, then this is 5 is correct.
5 is correct. No, look, by this particular schedule, what we mean is on the 1st Sunday of every month, we will be performing a full backup.
Okay, thank you.
Right? Then like 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So on the 5th of Feb, we will be performing a full backup. You get my point?
Yeah.
So instead of differential backup, we could have also used incremental backup for the entire month. But then the total number of set, like for complete system recovery, would be 31 backup sets, right? So that is why we use a differential backup. It provides efficiency of recovery when planned properly.
It will save some time, a lot of times.
Yeah, right. It will save a lot of time. And say, for example, in between a failure occurs, then we'll have to perform so many incremental backups, right? Say, for example, on 21st, a failure occurs. Then we'll have to take one full backup and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 plus 7 plus 7. So these many incremental backups we'll have to take. However, when we are taking a differential backup, we only have to take one full backup, one differential backup, and 6 incremental backups, right? So the number of backup is also less and it is also taking less amount of time. So that is why differential backup basically provides efficiency in recovery. So does anybody have any doubt in the backup strategies? Anyone?
But ma'am, differential backup also contains so much data. Like if we do a differential backup on 29th of Jan, then it will contain data from all the incremental changes till after 1st of Sunday to till 29th of Jan.
Right. Yeah, that's right. But ultimately, the number of backup sets won't be too much now when a failure occurs. That is what we basically need. That the number of failures should be like the number of backup sets should be less, right? If a failure occurs on say 31st, then we'll only need one full backup, one differential backup, and 2 incremental backups, right?
Yes.
However, if we have taken incremental backup, then just imagine the number of incremental backups plus one full backup, right?
Yes.
So that is why we are using differential backup. Okay, so if no one have any doubt, then we can head to the periodic session. Anyone? Okay, so we'll head to the periodic session then. So my screen is visible, right? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
ma'am. You
yeah.
are audible and your screen is visible.
Okay, thank you. So I have pasted the link in the chat box. I've also pasted the code. We'll wait for some time for all of you to join. Only 8 students have joined. We'll wait for 1 or 2 more minutes for all of you to join, and then we'll begin the session. Okay, so fine. We can start the class then. So our first question is, which backup should be done at least once in the whole backup schedule? So we have discussed about it. So we'll wait for a minute. I think that won't be required, but yeah, we'll wait for your responses. Okay, so full backup, yeah, that's right. Can anybody unmute and provide a reason why full backup needs to be done once in the whole backup schedule? Anyone? Would anybody like to volunteer why full backup is required?
Ma'am, it is the basis of all other backups.
Hmm.
So each of them needs a full backup to start from.
Hmm.
So
It
we
will
need-
basically back up everything, right? So we will need that once at least, right?
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, okay, so let's head to the next question. So the question says, which of the following means creating a duplicate of all the necessary database information that can be recovered when an unexpected database failure occurs? So I hope all of you will be able to answer this question. So we'll wait for a minute or two for your responses. Okay, so I think we can check the responses. Backup. A. Recovery. Can anybody tell why recovery is the answer? Whoever have answered recovery, please feel free to unmute yourself. If you have any doubt, we'll clear it. No issues. Okay. No issues. Okay. So can anybody tell why recovery is not the correct answer? Anybody? Or what basically is recovery? What it basically does? Anyone? Please feel free to answer.
That is actually the uh, uh,
Yeah, whatever comes in your head, you can tell.
of the data is actually recovery. Whatever data we have backed up, restoring to the original system is what recovery is.
Yeah, restoring the database after, say, for example, a system failure occurs, right? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So can anybody tell why backup is the correct answer? Anyone?
Backup is like creating another duplicate copy of the current data. That is why.
Backup is the correct answer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's head to the next question then. So it says, which among the following backup restores all the component of a database, including files, tables, views, indexes, etc. So you can answer. We'll wait for some time for all of you to answer. Okay, so only 6 responses. So, okay, we can head to the responses now. Backup. Okay, physical backup. Why physical backup? Can anybody tell? Physical backup. Why is it physical backup? Physical backup will basically keep the copy of the physical structure of the database, the log files and everything, right? It won't keep the schema components. It won't keep the tables, views, functional, etc. And it won't be keeping all the components of a database. So full backup will be backing up, full backup restores all the component of a database. So okay, no issues. So we'll head to the, any doubt in this question? Anyone? No problem. So we'll head to the next question. So it says, which of the following statements is a true regarding the backup strategy? So it is a multiple select question. You can select more than one option basically. So we'll wait for your responses. Only 5 responses, so we'll wait for some more time. Okay, so I think we can head to the responses. A and B, D is usually true. A, D. Can anybody tell, like, please read the sentence properly. So many of you have answered option B. So option B says that differential backup backs up only those data which have been changed since the last backup. But is that the real situation that happens in differential backup? Anyone? Many of you have answered B.
I guess, ma'am, this is the definition of incremental backup.
Exactly, right. Differential backup basically backs up those data which have been changed since the last full backup. Please remember, full backup, not the last backup. So that is not a correct statement. So the correct statement is incremental backups cannot be done without full backup. And then the last, that is differential backup runs faster than a full backup as they do not back up everything. So does anybody have any doubt in this question? Okay, you all have corrected your answers. No issues. Okay, any doubt in this question? Anyone? Okay, so we can head to the next question. So you have to select the number of correct statements. You have to write the number of correct statements. So the first statement says, while recovering using incremental backup sets, only the latest set is required. Then considering a scenario where a differential backup set is the latest backup set, after which the system crashes. The number of backup set to load while recovering is 2 in this system. So we'll wait for some time for all of your responses. Okay, so out of 13, only 7 responses. So we'll wait for 1 or 2 more minutes. Okay, so we have got 8 responses. So let's head to the responses then. Statement 2 is true. Recovery via incremental backup require a full backup as well as the set of all incremental backups. 2, 2, set. 1. Why is the number of correct statement 1? And which statement is correct? Can anybody tell? Please unmute yourself.
Actually, I have a doubt on the second statement, but first statement is correct, right?
Yeah, first question is correct. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
second
what is
statement, I have a doubt, that's why I write.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, actually, second statement, I have a doubt.
Hmm.
That's why I write. I mean, the differential backup is saying that the backup set after which the system crashes, right?
Okay, so by definition,
I'm not clear. Yeah, I'm not clear. That's why.
sorry.
I'm not clear with the statement two. That's why.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, by definition, if you can recall, that a differential backup backs up only those data that have been changed since the last full backup, right?
Yes.
So there will be one full backup, and then in between there might be or might not be any different incremental backups, right? And after that, there will be a differential backup after which a system crash occurs. So the number of backup sets will basically be 2, right? Because there will be one full backup and one differential backup. If there is no full backup, a differential backup cannot be performed, right? Because it ultimately depends on full backup. Are you getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's clear, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody have any doubt?
Ma'am, could you explain the first statement?
Okay. So while recovering using incremental backup sets, only the latest set is required. What does latest set basically mean is, say for example, in the example where we have used the 3 strategies, there we had A, B, C, D, right? So A, while we were using while the full backup was being performed, we had A as the change. However, after that we had B, C, D, and then we were performing incremental backup. So BCD is the latest set, right? A is not the latest set. BCD is the latest set. So BCD will be backed up. So that is what it basically means, that only the latest set is required.
Ma'am, in this question, we were expected to write the number of correct statements, right?
Yes, that's right.
This statement is correct. So
Correct.
Yeah, sorry.
The question is not stating the correct
Number of
instance, yeah.
correct. It's which statement is correct?
saying which statement?
I thought like I have to mention the statement number only, not the number of statements.
Okay. Sorry for the mistake. Sorry for the error. Actually, what I wanted was, what are the number of statements that is correct?
And for first statement to be correct, the latest set includes the full backup set and the differential set as well, right?
Like after the full backup. Do you mean that?
No, so the statement is while recovering using incremental backup sets, only the latest set is required.
Yes.
So this latest set includes the.
Say for example, yesterday we performed a full backup and we had A, B, C, D in our full backup, and that we have backed up. And today we have F, G. We have made the changes, that is F and G. And now we want to back up. So FG is the latest set, right? So FG will be backed up, not the A, B, C, D, E. that we backed up yesterday, because FG is the latest set, right?
Yeah, but I assumed it like latest set means only the incremental backup set. So if I have only incremental backup set, then it cannot be recovered, right? I need the full backup set.
So you
Yeah.
are saying it should be mentioned in the question that the full backup is
Yes.
already done.
Yes. So yes, it should be mentioned in the question, because I assume that latest set means the incremental backup set only.
Latest set,
The
it can
thing
be
is,
incremental also, it can be full also, it can be differential also, right?
How come it could be latest? Latest means the last one. Which
Latest means the
last
newest
backup.
one, not the last
Yes.
one.
Yes, the newest one.
so that can be any.
So whatever we have backed up today, that is the latest set, right? Not the one that we have done yesterday or day before yesterday.
Yeah. So if you have only the incremental backup set which we have taken today, with only with that backup set we cannot recover, right? We need the backup set also, full backup set also, which we did
But
took 1 day
the
or
thing
2 days
is,
earlier.
if you are doing incremental backup today, that means you have already performed full backup before.
Right. Okay.
That is implicit. You have to understand. It's okay.
So-
There is no misunderstanding in these things.
Mhm.
Because
Yes.
whenever you are doing the incremental backup, that means here the question is recovery, right? So that means it is already started. So full backup is already there. Differential backup is there or not, no question. But full backup, at least one full backup will be there. Otherwise, you cannot do the incremental backup. So that is implicit.
Yeah, in each backup case, this question is like, we can assume it implicitly that it is a correct question.
Okay, then that's fine.
Yeah, so one more thing, like say suppose on Monday we have done the full backup, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, in all the days we have done the incremental backup. So for recovering part, we have to take the full backup and all the 3 backup set and in the same order, right? So only the latest set is not recovered. That will be the incorrect statement. We need full backup plus all the 3 increment backup, and that should be in the same order.
Yeah, that was my point.
Yeah. So first statement is anyway wrong, right? Incorrect.
Yes, that was my point, that first statement is incorrect.
Sir, but
How,
correct
sir?
answer is 2. How many statement is correct in a practice assignment 11.1? It takes 2 statement correct. Although first statement is wrong, but it takes 2 as answer, correct answer.
Sir, could you repeat that again? Like why first statement is wrong?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sir.
So the question is regarding which statement is correct, right? 1 or 2. So yeah, why first statement is wrong, right? That was your question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Say suppose on Monday we have done the full backup. Okay. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we have done the incremental backup. But for say Friday we have the failure. But for the recovering part, we need to consider full backup plus all the 3 incremental backup, and that should be in the same order, right? So if we take the only latest incremental backup set, so that will be incorrect.
Sir, but it is asking for only incremental backup. It is not saying any like it is not, there isn't mentioned like any failure or anything, something like that.
Recurring.
It is asking just like if we can perform incremental backup or not by the latest set. So that is correct. Like that is the definition of incremental backup.
Right. Yes, Sanjana. What was your what you were saying about statement 1?
No, yes, sir, you're right. The statement 1 is wrong. Yeah, so the question basically means which statement is correct. So I got it wrong. So I'm sorry for the confusion.
But ma'am, how it is wrong?
The question is while recovering using incremental backup. That means it is already failed and we are recovering it.
Okay, yeah, it is recovering. Sorry. Yeah.
Which statement is correct? Yeah, so not the number of statement. Right? So question 2 is correct. Sorry, statement 2 is correct here.
Yes.
In the activity also same question is there, right? Let me check.
Yes, sir. 11.9.
Yes, sir. It's. I'm sorry. I also take it as a number of correct statement. So I thought.
You can see. Okay, so in the activities mentioned, consider the following statements. True statement as given. Okay, so the
Yeah, I have checked.
numbers are
It's
missing.
my
Yeah.
fault.
Yes, the
So
numbers
sir,
are missing. That. Yeah.
in first statement, we are recovering. That means the failure is there, right?
Yeah. So the failure is happening. That's why we are recovering the data, right?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Now it is clear.
Mhm. So statement 2 is correct. So in the activity question, numbers are missing, like which one is first and second statement. Okay, so yeah, we'll update that also. Is any doubt in this question? In the activity only the number statement like 1 and 2 are missing, that numbers are missing. So that will update that. So you can consider first one is the like while recovering till the required, and second one is the consider scenario. Okay. Yes, Sanjana, continue.
Okay. So sorry for the confusion. So we'll head to the next question, last question. It says, which of the following types of data cannot be backed up? So we'll wait for your response for some time. So we have got only 5 responses. So we can wait for 1 or 2 more minutes. You all can give your responses. Okay, so no issue. So I'll check the responses now. So D, option C. Okay. Can anybody tell why system data cannot be backed up? Anyone? Okay. Can you tell what is included under, like, what comes under media data? Anyone?
Photograph, music, video.
Videos, images.
Yeah, graphics basically. Yeah, right. What comes under business data?
In the table data, I mean, the table is creating all
Like the
business
personal
data.
information of clients, employees, and all those
All
comes
are
under.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Business
Yeah. Okay. So finally, what comes under system data?
System log
Settle.
files.
OS related files.
Yes, exactly. So those can be backed up, right?
Yeah.
All of these can be backed up. Media data, business data, system data, all of these can be backed up. So the answer is none of the above. So I hope whoever have answered system data got it. Okay, so any doubt? Okay. So yeah, Piyush.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Anjana. So yeah, so this cover the lecture 11.1. So there is one more important concept in this week is log-based recovery. So that will be taking in the next session. Okay, you can watch the lecture 11.2 for that. Yeah. Okay, any other doubt in this week, in previous week, or any week 5 to 8? Any doubt? Okay, any doubt in from previous week, you can ask. Yes, anyone, any doubt? Okay, so how many of you have gone through the mock test 2 for quiz, like quiz 2? Okay. Okay, so there is one question based on multi-order dependency, like question number 16. Okay, so please try to solve that and with a detailed solution. Okay. If you are able to solve that question, so I think that concept of MVD is pretty clear to you. Question number 16, mock quiz 2. Okay.
Sir, could you please discuss question number 12, practice assignment week 10?
Question number 12, practice assignment week 10.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Subhendu.
Yes, sir. Okay, so okay, let me share my screen. So is this question right?
Yes.
Okay, see. First SQL save point sp1, then update employee. My cursor is visible, right?
Yes.
My cursor is okay. So update employee set name Jenny, where EID equal to E06. E06 update Jenny. So okay, so let me, okay, please, okay, please wait few minutes. Okay. Okay. So my screen is visible. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, first set name update employee set name Jenny, where EID equal to E06. So Jenny, then subpoint sp2. Okay, then delete from employee where EID equal to E02. Then delete this image subpoint sp3. Then update employee set name Raina where EID equal to E04. Then Raina. Then roll back to sp1. So none of that means committed. So it roll back all the means all the SQL query. So it returns the means same result. EID num it returns. It will roll back all the it is roll back this also, and this also. So it returns same table.
But similar question in graded assignment,
Yeah.
question number 10, and there the answer is somewhat different from this.
Okay, so graded assignment 10.
Question number 10, a big 10.
Okay, let me check. Okay.
In graded assignment, it is over, right? You did.
Red line is over, I think.
You can check in between the graded assignments. There is a commit statement in between. Check carefully, Prajwalit.
If the commit statement in between, then rollback will not happen.
Yeah.
No, rollback can happen till the last
Happened up to commit is rollback. Hence, whatever changes if we apply the commit statement, that is permanent in the database, right?
It will not go to up to save point sp1.
No.
Okay.
I think you get the what is the point.
Yes.
And try that question again.
Okay, thank you.
Any other doubt regarding week 10 and 11?
Yes, Prajwalit. So we have released the week 11 slides and week 10 solution also. We posted on Discord, right? Regarding this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, practice assignment solution relate week 10 is relate?
Yes. You can check it.
Okay.
Any doubt from previous week?
Sir, graded assignment question number 8, week 10, sir. Could you please discuss?
Which week?
Week 10,
Question number
8.
8. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, Pradeep. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is visible. Yeah. Prajwal, yes, sir. It is visible.
Yes,
My
visible.
screen. Yeah. And this is the question, Prajwal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you can see, given below is a transaction that transfer and A to B, and
Sir,
this is
I
the
have got the answer, but there is a problem must and maybe. I have chosen option first, and it involves must, and the right answer is maybe. But given the transaction, it all must be. Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
must be. No. That is not.
no, must be. It is not the correct answer. And must be, because you can see there is an in A value check. A is initially, suppose. Yeah. Let's see. Right. So you have to transfer 100. So now A is 1000. Right. And write A. Okay. And B equal to, you can see 3000. But what you have to 3 to step 5. This is 3 and this is a step 5. And what is the consistency? Tell me, Prajwal. What is the
A plus
definition?
B is always equal, means
Yeah.
before initiating the
Before,
transaction and
yeah.
after completing the transaction, it must be same.
Yeah, that is consistent. But here you can see, tell me what is the answer. A plus B is the in step 3. A plus B is 1000 plus 3000. That is
4000.
4000. And initially it is 5000. So that is not consistent. So you cannot say the database must be always consistent just before, after step 3 and the step 5, right? So it is maybe it is possible consistent and may not be. You get the point. Hello.
Okay, sir. Statement number 3 and 4. They involves different step numbers. One involves step number.
Step 3 to 5, right?
Yes. During this database is inconsistent.
Yeah. So here. So let's check here. So what is the value of this one? B is 3,000, right? And A is 1,000. So check only this step. In the fourth step, if you check, so you get similar thing, 1,000 plus 300, 3,000. That is 4,000, and that is inconsistent. But and the next step, you can see the B equal to 3,000 plus 1,000, that is 4,000. So after the step 6, it is consistent, right?
Until right B is not committed, it is not shown in the database.
Yeah.
B is still 3,000 until we write B.
Yeah. So
okay.
This is, so in this step, the database is inconsistent, right?
Okay. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Any other question? Hello. Your voice is not audible. Hello.
7, sir.
Yeah. Can you repeat your
7, sir.
Question
Week-
1 or 7?
week 7 or question 1? Yeah. Question number 7, right? Hello. This is the question, right? Hello.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, now you are audible. This is the question, right?
Yes, sir.
Here you can see. So can you tell me what is a recoverable schedule?
Recoverable period means after the failure, we can go back to previous stage where the stage when we started the transaction.
Suppose this is the consistent state, right? And you performs any transaction, right? And if during transaction any failure occurs, you can roll back to that the consistent state, right? And that is recover. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So so you can check the first T1, T2. Okay. So this is conflict, right? This is here, you can see the dependency.
Yes, sir, it is conflicting.
Yeah. And this is also conflict.
Yeah.
So after that, if there is any okay, okay, just one.
This is the question, right? Hello.
Yes, sir, this is the question.
Okay, so first question is schedule is recoverable or not? So okay, so so if uh, so yeah, we have to see read that relationship, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So we can see that write A then read A. So
A1 and T2 are
T2 and
conflicting
T3
on.
there is a one reader relationship, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And so and commit means means it's commits in means in this person is commit, right?
Yes, sir.
So is this so then okay, so
Sir, if we
Yeah,
fail at this point, then we will roll back to T1. We cannot roll back to T1 because T1 is already committed.
No, just consider T1 and T2 first.
okay.
So
Okay, sir.
yeah, so you can see that T1 is writing the data and T2 is reading that data, but T1 is getting committed, right?
Yeah.
So but transaction T2 has already read that data, so it is working on the wrong data.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's why we need to but so we can recover, but that transaction T1 is get committed, so that is schedule is recoverable, and with the rollback we can roll back the T2 transaction here because that is working on the wrong data set, because T1 is getting committed before T2, right? And T2 is working on the wrong data set.
Yes, sir. Sir, if the failure occurs after WF before the commit, then it will roll back T2 also.
WF means W.
T1 is committing after at fourth instruction, and the failure occurs just before the commit statement. Then it will roll back T1 and T2, right?
Then it will roll back T1 and only T2, right? So because we are reading the data, no, only T2 will be rolled back. Because
Sir,
transaction T1 get committed first, and after that T3 started, right?
yes, sir.
Then anyway, in either case, T2 need to roll back because it's working on wrong data set.
Okay, it is working on T1 data set WA.
Yeah, yeah, he has read the data item from T1, right? Read A.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And after that failure occurs, then it will roll back T1 and T2 if the failure occurs at T1.
What is your question exactly?
Sir, how it is cascading rollback recoverable? I wrote the answer as cascadeless recoverable.
Cascade less recover.
Yeah.
Please check the answer there. The answer is, I think the schedule is recoverable with the cascading rollback.
Yes, sir. I just want to ask how it is cascading recoverable.
Yeah, you can check in the T1 and the T2. The T2 reads the data item that is right by T1, right?
Yes, sir.
So if after that, if in the commit, if abort means any failure occurs, then we need to abort, right? So
Yes,
if
sir.
T1 roll back, then T2 also need to be rolled back because it reads the value, not read the original value what is in the database. This reads the dirty value. This is called the dirty read. So he reads the value that is updated by T1 on the data item.
Yes, sir.
So T2 need to be rolled back.
Yes, sir.
So
So
that is
if
cascading rollback.
yeah, if at least one transaction is rolling back due to other transactions failure, then we consider it as cascading rollback.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So I thought we are writing commit in all the three transactions. First transaction T1 commits. So if the failure occurs at T3 in T3 transaction before commit of T3, then T1 will not roll back, but T2 will roll back. But I thought all three transactions should roll back.
You can see this commit statement is after if T1 ins WA, you can see ins the T1 WA. After the commit statement is there, then you can say, then it is not read the value that is written by A. It see the original value because the commit statement changed the database value, right?
Yes, sir.
So then it is cascadeless recoverable.
Okay, sir. So if at least one transaction rolls back, we can say that it is cascading rollback. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? We'll wait till 12. Then we will wind up. Till then, you can ask if you have any doubt.
Hello. Any doubt? Or shall I ask one question? Hello. Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Suppose there is T1 have the 3 numbers of schedules and T2 have 4 number of schedules and T3 5 numbers of instruction. This is the numbers of instruction, right? Can anyone tell how many numbers of non-serial schedule? Hello. Yeah. At least tell me what is the formula. What is, first tell me what is the numbers of serial schedule.
That is 3 into 4 into 5, 3 plus 4 plus 5 factorial by 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial.
Yeah, first tell me what is the numbers of serial schedule. Hello.
12 factorial divided by 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5.
Numbers of serial schedule. So serial schedule means first you execute the T1 schedule. After completing all the instruction of T1s, then we start T2, then we start T3. Right? That is the serial schedule, right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, it is 3 factorial.
Yeah, that is the numbers of serial schedule is a 3 factorial. Then tell me what is the numbers of non-serial schedule. And what you have non-serial schedule. So numbers of, first tell me what is the total possible numbers of the schedule. So total numbers of the concurrent schedule, that is 3 plus 4 plus 5, right?
Yes, sir.
Factorial divided, you cannot interchange this one, whatever the 3 instruction are there, suppose.
Yes, sir. 3.
A1, A2, A3. So you cannot interchange this. You cannot write this as the A2, A1, A3, right?
Yeah.
You cannot write that. That's why we divided by factorial, right?
27.
This is the, yeah, this is the total. What is that value?
27720.
720, right? This one. This is the total numbers of combination, and you have to find the numbers of non-serial schedules. So you minus this one, right? Minus non-serial schedule. So by total combination, you minus the serial schedule.
So 6.
And that is 6, right? That is 6, 2, 7, 14, right? You get what is the numbers of serial schedule, what is numbers of non-serial schedule.
Yes, sir.
And you know how to draw the precedent graph, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me what are the 3 condition of the view serializability?
Sir, the initial read should be same for all transactions. The right hand,
initial read, right?
Yes, sir.
And second one is
Write and read sequence must be same for all transactions wherever
yeah,
the conflict occurs.
yeah. That is the second condition. Means the write read combination should be maintained. And what is the third condition?
Third condition is final write statement must be same for all transactions.
Yeah. If any data item that is final write by the T1, then its S dash also it should be final write by the T1. Right?
Yes, sir.
That
And
is.
if it occurs in the serial schedule.
And how to check whether a schedule is a view serializable, view serializability or not. So how to check that one?
We first go for conflict serializability check. If it is conflict serializable, then we say that
It
it
is
is
also view serializable.
serializable. And
Yeah.
if it is not conflict serializable, then we check for these three conditions. We check if there is a blind write. Then we, if there is no blind write, we say the schedule is not view serializable. And if there is a blind write, then we apply these three conditions to check if that is view serializable or not.
That tell me, this what is conflict instruction? So how to check the conflicts whether the serial is the conflict serializable or not?
Sir, for checking conflict serializable, we have four conditions. If we have three conditions, which are we actually tell us if the the instructions in the transactions are conflicting or not. The first is the read write on the same data set, and the write on the same data item, or the write read on the same data item are all conflicting, and read and read is not conflicting.
You can do that also, and that is a very difficult. Means it's very time consuming. You can for check the conflict serial. You can draw the
We
precedent
can
graph.
also, yes sir, we can go for a precedence graph. In precedence graph, we draw a directed edges for dependencies when the when a schedule asks for a data item which is conflicting and which is accessed by another transaction. Am I right, sir?
Yeah. If there is a how to check the conflict serializability, then check for the precedent graph. Try
Precedence
to
graph.
draw the first precedent graph. If there is a cycle present, then you can say this schedule is not conflict serializable. So you know the how to find the serializability order. So can you tell? Yeah, anyone?
Yes, sir, we
Suppose
can
this.
use topological sort to find the serializability order.
Yeah. So, so what is the serializability order?
Sir, we first go for T1, whose integer is 0.
Yeah. So we remove the T1. Right?
Then we can choose from T2 or T4 in the second case.
Yeah.
And then after that we go for T5.
T2. Then remove. Suppose we first go for this one.
Then we can go for T4.
Then we check for inward edge is there or not. No, incoming edge is there or not. So T4 have no incoming edge. So
no
T4.
incoming edge, so we choose T4.
Yeah. Then it is only
Then
T5 is there.
remaining is T5, so we choose T5.
And another one order may be
T1, T4, T2, T5.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt? If there is no doubt, then we can wind up. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.